White pre to post. Pre to post. Yeah, and this is one of those ones where, like, okay, this linebacker is following is and this is just pre-snap, like just based on him reading this. Now, again, I don't know if he necessarily has the flexibility to go read one side or the other. Some quarterbacks do, some quarterbacks don't. I don't think you typically read, a quick sit, or a quick sit, hitch, and an out, or like a flat as your initial reads. That's typically a very simple concept. You're not necessarily going to read all the time unless you get like an indicator that quick sit down by Conklin's going to be open. And pre-snap, you're seeing, okay, the linebacker's following the running back. That's a different story. When you see that, okay, it's man coverage. So past that point, you see him following the running back. Who is responsible for Conklin? It's either going to be a defensive back who's very far outside, and then we don't know what the hell this guy's doing. Is he robbing? What is he doing here? Or he's blitzing, and he's in coverage with them on him, which, unless he aggressively shoots up the field, he's not going to be in position to guard this route by Conklin, right? So big man indicator here. He's out of the play. Who is on Conklin? Mike White takes a snap, looks to his left. I'm sure he sees the defender rushing here. Okay, it's not him. He's backpedaling. He's not. Is he backpedaling or squatting? I don't know if he's back part. He's backpedaling. This is wide open. Take it. Easy play. Just take it. Free money. Free money. Like take those easy couple of yards, because listen, at the end of the day, it's I think that was first down. Was that first down? Yeah, I think it's first down. First down, and you just picked up what, 8-9 yards just based on a pre-snap read, and the linebacker following the running back. Like that's the things that you need to hit. This is the stuff that Zach Wilson wasn't necessarily consistently seeing pre-snap, even though sometimes in the Bills game he had some pretty good pre-snap reads and stuff, pre to post. But to me, I think if it's a little bit different of a situation, they see zone, they see something else, and this motion doesn't really do anything, he probably reads this side first. But he probably got that indicator that this is going to be wide open, and he went to that first. So quick, just snap, 1-2, throw. Quick snap, 1-2, throw. It's there. Put it right on his face. And look, you put it on his face enough or quick enough to give him a second or two to turn around and actually run for, 3-4 yards there. Good job. Next play by White. Play 4. White to Bam. All right. Let's see. Again, just good. Like this is just quick decisions by him. So he has the. Again, this is good from a multitude of directions here, but you have riding out that fake. He's going to the backside vertical on Wilson, which initially, it's not open, one, because there's a lot of contact right here, and then there's a guy over the top, so the chance of that being open is it's not there. So he comes off of that very quickly. So he reads that, checks it, flips his hips towards it like he actually is going to throw it there. Good job. And this is where we talk about like transitional footwork, getting your feet married with your reads. You don't want to be looking there with your feet not there, because by the time your feet get there, it might not be there anymore. So you have to have that transitional footwork, read to read, transitional footwork for him, read, middle of the field, read, get there to Mims. Now, could you argue that you could throw it to Mims right there? Sure. But at the end of the day, is Mike White seeing Mims vertical route, safety over the top? Yes. So he doesn't throw that. I'm okay with that. So he comes off of that pretty quickly, goes to the left side. What is he looking at now? He's looking at Uzama, who runs. I don't know if it's let's just call it a wheel. It's like he obviously checks and releases. So he just there's a better terminology for this. He assists with the block. This is not the terminology I want to use, but he assists with the block, and then it's just a delayed release. So I guess I guess chip and release. Sorry. Chip and release, not check and release. Chip and release. Chip. He hangs onto it for a little bit longer. Release. Mims not open. Goes to Uzama. Sees Uzama more vertical. Guy inside. Okay, that's not open. Get to Bam immediately after that. Throw it to him, and he's open. Like it's pretty simple here, but he got it out quick enough. And look, and I think this was right after the Conklin play, right? Probably, right? Because Conklin got first down to the. So look at both plays back to back, just short throws that led to a first down and plenty more yardage. Like get your hand or get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Let them make some plays. And that's what he did. They got a good job. Transitional forward to Garrett Wilson. Nope, don't like that. Get to Mims, guy over the top. Nope, don't like that. He's getting to Uzama right now. You can see his eyes. Nope, don't like that. Check it down. So people told me, like, oh, check down Charlie. Like it's like there's a difference if it's like run around like a fucking maniac and then your check down's open, you hit him, okay, he runs for 12 yards. That's different than 1 to 2 to 3 to check down, like boom, 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 with good footwork and getting there. Because if it's open, it's open. Again, give him a chance to play. So it's a good job by him. Did I show the back version too? Yeah. Okay. Should string it out. Garrett Wilson doesn't like it. Goes to Mims. See the safety over the top. Nope. Don't like it. And again, it's check it. Hitch. Mims. Hitch. Hitch Uzama. And within that same hitch, he's reading Uzama. Oh, actually, hold on. Mims. Hitch Uzama. Yeah, same hitch. So it's quick. Throwing the drop back, end of the drop back, one more hitch to read two guys, throw the ball. Get it there. You know, like if he just took that extra second to get there, then guess who's there? The linebacker. Potentially, obviously. You know, I'm not going to speak exactly to that because I got to watch defense and see if he would have picked him up, but you get what I'm saying. Next play by Mike White. White get through reads. Okay. Obviously, it's 3-by-2. They're on empty. Does he read middle? I would have to check that. I want to check that again. But at least this side this one you have on the backs. I'm not sure. Is that backside or front side? Let me see if he looks left first. Middle to right. Yeah, I don't think he ever reads this backside. But they have like this spin concept. I almost called it cab again. Cab is outside dig and inside like in route. So it's like a short. It's not short. It's like intermediate and short, but dig in and it's like levels over the middle. And then this one untraditional, where you typically with like the sail concept, you have like corner, vertical, flat. This one works the same way in terms of the reads, but it's vertical, intermediate, flat, and it's hard to tell exactly with his eyes what he's initially like how or exactly if he looks to the inside to the outs you'd assume again just based on this read it's 1, 2, 3. Now I have to check his eyes again, but in terms of reading this, comes off the ball middle of the field, looks at the middle of the field, and then he looks to his right, and in terms of vertical, this isn't going to be open. Obviously, or you'd assume it's not going to be open. You can't just wait all day and see if it's open. That's called staring on your receivers. So not open or not going to be open. You have the inside by Conklin, which, you know, you have the linebacker at least shuffling to get over the top. You have a higher safety right here in the middle. Maybe he carries. So he comes off of that and checks his the sit right there by Carter. Hit him. Like, this isn't going to be open. This isn't open right now, or you don't think it's going to be open, and this is wide open. So hit it. Now, again, it's second and 10 here. He catches the ball and picks up, 5 yards. And I remember this play. Like, they called it, they blew that whistle too early, but yeah, it's like, no, it's not sexy. Like he didn't pick up a first down here. He didn't pick up 30 yards, but he threw the ball for 5 yards on second and 10. But this is the stuff that wasn't necessarily being executed in our offense. And then if he doesn't, and let's say if he doesn't throw that because well, maybe he'll be open. This isn't open, but maybe he'll be open. And then he carries him, it's not open, and then this guy closes to him, and then guess what? Now he's not open. Now he's not open. He closed ground. He's not open. And by the time this develops on the backside, maybe they're not open. And then you're scrambling for dear life. So get through your reads quickly, determine who's open, and hit it. Right? It's not sexy, but that was a good read. Now, if you're gonna pause it and say, oh well, he didn't carry him, he passed him off, and he threw it, and maybe he should have thrown that corner. Sure, maybe if we played it out, it would have worked out that way. But maybe also this defender doesn't choke up on this. They pass this off, and he takes that corner out, and then he collapses on that. Like a lot of things can happen in different defenses. So hit it. Cool. Awesome. Get through his reads quickly. I like that. Middle of the field. Right. And he could just be peeking, and he can also read middle of the field and just see this linebacker on that side is sitting in the middle of what's going to be that spin concept and not like it. And then eventually from here you should go vertical to Conklin. You can't tell if his helmet necessarily moves that exactly that way. That's what I would assume would happen. Hit Carter. Okay. 16. I got a comment last week like, oh, you talk too fast or something like that on these plays. At the end of the day, should I work on talking too fast? Yeah. But it is what it is. My brain runs 1,000 miles per minute. So I gotta get it out. And if I didn't talk fast, then this podcast would be even longer. So I listen to podcasts. If I do listen to podcasts, which is usually like Rogan or Burr, shit like that, or I listen to like Devils podcast and basketball podcast because I'm not breaking down the films in those games. I actually listen to podcasts on 1.5 speed. Maybe that means I'm a psychopath. I'm used to hearing people talking 1.5 speed, so I try to talk 1.5 speed. But White neat interception. One pass short earlier. Oh, near. Yeah. White near interception. Yeah. So this is either one of two things. It's either he never saw this safety dropping down to cut off Garrett Wilson, or extreme confidence in his arm that he necessarily shouldn't have. Like, I don't think Mike White, I think his bad arm might be a little bit overrated in terms of how bad it is. It's still not a great arm. So, and I don't know if his eyes ever get to that safety, but regardless, and I don't, unless they're like coning this almost, where, or replacing like cover three, like or replace, cover three replace, where like if you have a quick over, he drops down and then he replaces that safety in the middle of the field. That could be what this is quickly. It's usually harder to tell with like play action and the ball is delivered more quickly, but that's kind of what this looks like. Cover three replace. Quick cut, drop down, replace his zone. And then obviously, because if he has inside, if this guy's inside leverage running a post, well, he replaces it, and now you cut that route off. So it could be that, or it could just be instincts by Jackson, but looks like they get sucked up a little bit by the play action, and then you're gonna have curl the flat, your hook the curls, deep third, middle of the field, and again it could just be instincts, or it could just be a cover three replace if he cuts across quickly. Nonetheless, he does cut across quickly. Mike White gets out of the he fakes that orbit motion, or he fakes the end around there, comes off the comes out of it, most likely reading this first. Okay, that's not open, and then go to your drag route and your over. And typically you'd say 1, 2, 3. Now maybe this is because this is more quick developing. Could be that, but I don't think so. It's probably 1, 2, 3. So no, sees Garrett. Okay, hit Garrett, but you gotta have a really good arm, or you gotta throw that really early. I don't know if he sees that. Let's see from the other angle, and it's obviously almost a pick. I think it's Jackson almost jumps that, but play action, good fake, roll out. Not sure if he peeks deep right there. Yeah, it could be a design where he looks deep and then he sees if he caught the defense sleeping a little bit and Uzama's the first read to Garrett Wilson. I can see that just because of how quickly this gets there. Like he doesn't want to read this and then this be towards the sideline. So that could be the read too. Just being transparent. Again, something you hear. It doesn't matter who it is. Like, oh, this could be it or that could be it. You have to be in the meeting room or have the playbook in front of you to necessarily know that. But regardless, Uzama's not opening it, even if he was reading that first or if he's reading it deep right now. I don't. You can't 100% tell. But eventually gets back to Garrett. Does he see Eddie Jackson? I'm not sure. Again, either extreme confidence in the arm or he doesn't see him. Either one, again, it's impossible to tell. So it looks like he's going deep, maybe still deep. Uzama, yeah, it's kind of muddy right there to be completely frank. But he eventually does get to Garrett. Now, is he looking at Eddie Jackson now? Or is he looking at Uzama? For certain concepts, you can 100% know what the reads are. Like smash, smash and sail and cab, and there's plenty of them. With a guy getting to the flat quickly like that, it's some offenses do different things. Typically, it's long to short. Sometimes it's depending on how quickly that one's getting to the sideline. If it's shorter, you hit that one first. But again, eventually does get to Garrett Wilson. Does he see him? Does he not? Either way, not a good decision by Mike White. One of his few not good decisions in this game.